Hey everyone, this is Charlie the Plug, your host of the Detroit Metro Plug podcast, powered by Empower You Ventures. Don't forget to subscribe so you too can be a part of the biggest empowerment network on YouTube and Facebook. We bring you weekly interviews of Detroit difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship, community involvement, also reaction to business news and community news. This does not happen without your support. Thank you. All right, welcome to another episode of the Detroit Metro Plug podcast. I'm your host, known as Charlie the Plug, Charles McKay, aka Charlie the Plug. And this platform, we are about connecting what we call difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship and community involvement. And we bring you episodes where you get to hear about the positive contributions that local Detroiters are having in the city, whether it's entrepreneurship, community involvement, and the backstory of what they're doing and how they're adding in a positive way to our city. And so we're excited. We have a great guest that's going to talk about her journey and her experience. You may have seen the YouTube or the thumbnail. She lost over 100 pounds. Lost 100 pounds, but gained a business. So you hear the backstory about that. But I just want to say happy Monday to everyone. This is episode 150. 150 episodes.
Awesome.
So that's 150 episodes where we highlighted different stories from different backgrounds. And we want to thank you for those who supported us. So if you're watching live, we want to thank you. If you're on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, you can join in the conversation, put your comment or question on our topic and for our guests in the comments. And please, if you're finding value what we're doing, please like, share, subscribe. We want to show the social media streets that positive, uplifting content is important too. So we want to trick the algorithm and show that, this kind of content is good too. So before I introduce our guests, I want to highlight our sponsor for today. And let me set this up here. All right, so this podcast is brought to you by Make a Child Change Foundation. So, hey, Detroit, it's time to level up your money game and your community connections. Pull up to the Financial Literacy Month community event. Did you know that April was Financial Literacy Month? Pathways to Prosperity, going down Saturday, April 26, 2025, at the Detroit Hispanic Development Corporation, hosted by the MAC Foundation. This free event is all about empowerment, education, and economic elevation. Who should be there? Teens, young adults, families, educators, youth organizations, small business owners, community leaders. If you care about Detroit's future, this is your event. What's in store? We're talking interactive workshops on budgeting, credit, and entrepreneurship, hands-on activity, and money challenges. A community resource fair, youth nonprofit showcases, raffle prizes, music giveaways, you name it. There's also a call out for vendors. So there you can come shop and support local small business, even student-run ventures. If you want to be a vendor, it's only $25. There's a link, the link tree, which is HTTPS. There's the symbol for the link tree at MDCC Foundation. So that's Make a Child Change Foundation, FDN. Go to that link. You can sign up as a vendor, only $25. If you are a nonprofit organization, I believe that fee is waived. There's only a few spots, so you want to sign up for that. So don't miss a chance to be a part of something real. Lock in your spot, spread the word. Let's build pathways to prosperity. Presented by the MAC Foundation, where community meets opportunity. So this is April 26th at the Detroit Hispanic Center. Please put that link and get all the details. All right. So, So let me formally introduce our guest. So this is episode 158, and I want to read these notes. I want to make sure I give a proper introduction.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Our next guest is the founder and creator of a visionary brand called Whiff and Nibble Novelty and Gifts, a Detroit-based brand known for its unique and ultra-realistic food-inspired candles, home fragrances that look good enough to eat. Look good enough to eat. Our next guest is a survivor of an abusive marriage and a difficult divorce, but she turned some of her darkest moments and fused it into her creativity and purpose. What started as an alternative for eating unhealthy foods on her weight loss journey became a healing outlet and eventually blossomed into a thriving business that now brings joy, comfort, and a little laughter into homes everywhere. Through Whiff and Nibble, our next guest reminds people that beautiful things can be born from broken places. Her brand has been featured on FOX2, selected as a vendor at the NFL Draft in Detroit, and has become a fan favorite at the city's legendary Eastern Market. Today, our next guest uses her platform not only to sell candles, but to inspire other women, survivors, and dreamers to keep going, keep building, and never stop believing in fresh starts. Her motto is simple. If life gives you lemons, make it into a lemon-scented candle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 150. None other than Denetra Jackson.
Yay. Thank you so much, Charles.
Gotta get your sound effects. Well, you gotta get the horns too. So I appreciate you coming and telling your story about your business, your journey, and how you took, like you, as I said in the intro,
Right.
You came from a broken place, but you was able to build something that positively impact lives of people.
Absolutely.
And so, but I just want to get, our audience may be the first time learning about you.
Sure.
And, I read the intro. But if someone was to say, who is Denetra? What would you, did I
Denetra, that's
Denetra.
okay.
Yeah, I want to make sure I get
like
it right.
Stiltskin.
Yeah,
Denetra, no worries.
Someone asks you, who is Denetra? What would you tell them?
I would say that Denetra is a positive young lady who loves to smile. I'm also a hardworking young lady who is serious about my business. If it's something that I'm doing, I give it 150%. It's all or nothing.
Okay.
So that's who Denetra is.
All right. A little short and sweet. I like that. So before we get into your business, so give us a little backstory. So we were talking before we went live.
Yeah.
So you are a native Detroiter.
I am. Born and raised.
Okay. And you are West Side, right?
Yep.
No hate on the East Side.
Hey,
we love everybody
side.
here.
Yes.
But yeah, shout out to the West Side.
For sure.
And you went to
Benjamin Oliver Davis Aerospace Technical High School.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Right. You must be smart. Now, was that more into the sciences?
It was.
Okay.
It was engineering, avionics. Correct.
Okay.
Even you can get your pilot license from there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good. All right. Shout out to
Hey Davis family.
All right. You want to give them a shout out? Now, your backstory, we share a little bit of intro.
Absolutely.
And have you always been into creating things like artistic? Because I've seen some of your candles, and when I first saw you, I remember seeing you at Tech Town, and I saw your candle. I thought you had a dessert. I didn't know that they were actual candles. They looked like you were selling strawberry cheesecake pies and stuff like that. But have you always been into I don't know if that's a combination of baking or creative arts? Or...
You know what? I have been. So actually, I'm also a licensed manicurist. I love my nails. So I've been a licensed manicurist since like 1996. So creatively, I think that's where that came from. But also in regards to Whiff and Nibble, I used to be severely obese. So I was like 280 pounds. So I love food. I know food. And that's kind of was a portion of the inspiration behind Whiff and Nibble.
Okay. Now, but what about the candle side? Like, I don't know. Yeah. How did you stumble across that?
So how that came about was I went through an abusive marriage and a horrible, horrible divorce. My ex was actually a sociopath. So through therapy, through God, I had no clue what I would do, So through healing and therapy and God, I wanted to become a new person physically, mentally, and spiritually. Yes. I was not going to let that person or the devil defeat me.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on a weight loss journey, and see, I love desserts and pies. And I said, okay, I will not eat desserts and pies. I'll smell desserts to kind of help me satisfy my cravings. And that actually worked. So I knew how to make candles, and my love of food, I just put the two together, and that was the birth of Whiff and Nibble.
Wow. So you put your love for food, candles,
my love for food, and
and you came up with that concept.
Yes.
We want to recognize some of our live viewers. We have Dr. D.L. Weddle.
Hey, sister.
Thank you, sister. Okay.
Love you.
All right.
The Love Glove. Dr. Denetra Weddle has an excellent brand.
Yes.
It's a luxury brand called the Love Glove. Shout out to my sister.
All right.
Love you, sis.
Thank you for supporting independent media.
Absolutely.
Watching us on YouTube.
Yes.
We have a viewer on LinkedIn, Keon Hicks.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Salute. So we thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
For joining
Hicks.
us live. Yes.
Blessings.
Yes. Thank you for supporting independent media. And if you like what we're presenting today, you find value in what we're doing, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends.
Yes.
All right. So let me pull this back here. There we go. So I'm interested to know, how did you teach yourself how to work with candles? Did you like go on YouTube, or you went to a class?
I did.
Yeah.
So I was I'm a candle lover personally.
Yeah.
And I love candles, but I'm also different. So when I thought about the food candles, I started to do my homework in regards to food candles. And then I just kind of figured it out, watched a few YouTube videos and other sources, and just put it all together. But those that I am good at, I stick with. Okay. But I do have a lot of failed candles that didn't quite work out. But it's okay. You win, you lose.
So how does one get started in candle making? Like, do you have to have like a certain setup at home? Or
I just had a basic setup that I purchased from Amazon to get me started.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I sure did. You know, Amazon has everything. So I found everything that I needed from Amazon, and I made small batches. And because I used to work at Chrysler, and I would just take my candles to work, and people liked them, and I was like, hey, I may have something here. And that's how it started.
So you bought a starter kit from Amazon.
Waxes, fragrances, wow. And just put it all together.
I saw and we'll show some pictures to the audience. Sure. How did you come up with the way of making those food designs? Those desserts? Yeah. It's
inspired from real food.
Okay.
So the fragrances of real food, I would just smell and match to the close. Some of them are not, but for a candle, they're pretty good. But I match it to the best of my ability.
Now you have we don't want to give out trades.
Sure. We can't. My attorney would get
So you had a recipe to make it smell like strawberries?
It's experimentation, and whatever my recipe is, I write it down so that I can know what it is. What works, we write down. What doesn't, we throw out.
Okay. And you cuss because I don't know.
It's just different variations of waxes, different types of waxes, and some of them are crushed up to make crumbles. It's very simple, but
right. But it looks like it's difficult.
Very simple, but looks complex.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, we have David B in the house.
Okay.
I don't know if that's somebody you know.
That may be David Benjamin.
Okay.
If so, hey David.
Hey, shout out to David.
So good to see you. Awesome.
So, wow. So over time, just trial and error. With your recipes.
Everything is trial and error. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Even to this day. Yes.
Now, I have some topics that I wanted to cover.
Sure.
I wanted to make sure. Yeah, I got my notes here. So what would you say before you got into the candle making? You started on a weight loss journey.
I did.
Yeah. And how did that business birth out of your weight loss journey?
So the weight loss journey came after the divorce. When I was 280 pounds, low self-esteem. I was very shy and introverted. So like I said, I wanted to become a new person just all the way around. And I wanted to become unrecognizable. I did not want to be the old Denetra. So I became the new Denetra. That's what happened. Okay.
And I know I've seen you at Tech Town. That's when I first got exposed to your business. Shout out to Tech Town. I'm a retail bootcamp alumni.
Same here. Hey, high five. Awesome.
Yeah. And I remember your presentation. somehow the scented candles is a way to curb
it is
appetite. Explain that to our audience.
yes.
How does that work?
So I stumbled upon that. So when I was going through my weight loss journey, I would smell foods that I wanted to eat, instead of eating it. So as I did further research, as Whiff and Nibble was born, it turns out that scientifically, any pleasant aroma can satisfy your cravings for food and can make you feel like you've eaten it when, when you haven't.
Okay.
And it's pleasant aromas.
All right. Yes. All right. Now, is there certain smells that is more effective, like desserts, or
you know what?
I'm more. Do you make savory candles, like
So pretty much Whiff and Nibble. No. So Whiff and Nibble, we're strictly with desserts.
Desserts, okay. All right.
But scientifically, the research that I've done, they did say that any pleasant aroma. So I guess whatever pleasant is to you is what may work.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And that. So when you had a craving for actual food, you would light the candle?
Yep.
And then that would help you.
So before Whiff and Nibble, so if I had a craving for dessert, right, I would get a Hershey bar and smell it like, I'm not going to eat it. Or a brownie. I did that with brownies a lot. But yeah, with brownies, I would smell a brownie. And then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to eat it. And I was okay. And I'm like, hey, I'm good with that. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. As weird as it is, that's what worked to me, my right hand in heaven.
Now, did you have some of your customers? Did they have similar testimonies?
You know what? We're still in our growth stage. Mm-hmm. I've heard a few stories saying that it does, but we need to do more analyzation on that to see. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how would you say, who was your business for? Who's the candles for?
The candles are for people like me who have been abused, who didn't know who they were, who wanted to give up, and to let you know that you can do this. Do not give up on yourself. Become who you want to be. You can change who you are. That's who Whiff and Nibble is for. I want to bring joy and happiness and nostalgia. It's too much negativity. Everyone is sad now. We just want something to make you smile. Be like, oh my God, we just love reactions. So that's who Whiff and Nibble is for.
Okay. And you are, I know you do pop-ups.
I do.
Are you currently at Eastern Market?
We're not at Eastern Market right now.
Okay.
But we do private vendor events still. Mm-hmm. And we also have our products in about 4 to 5 local stores within the Michigan area. And also we have a Fairlane Mall location every weekend. Yes, sir. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, so you're at Fairlane Mall.
Correct.
Okay. Every weekend?
Every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Now you're at a kiosk or in a store?
In a store. So we're across from the food court, right next to Hot Topic.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming if you're in Fairlane Mall and you do these other private events, you're moving a lot of product.
Yes, I am. Thank the Lord. We're growing.
Now, you started with yourself. I'm assuming at home with the Amazon kit.
Correct. So now we have a contract manufacturer.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, how did you explain that process of scaling up whipping it up in the kitchen, as they say.
Exactly.
And then,
yeah. So I had to find a contract manufacturer who can supply the capability that we need.
Right.
So we had to kind of, give them what the recipe is, and that's what it is.
Okay. All right. Now I gotta ask, only because it's current.
Sure.
So you have a manufacturer who makes it. Now, are you affected by the tariffs and all that stuff that's going on? Well, I don't know if you get products from overseas.
Right. So we're in the beginning phases with our contract manufacturer.
Okay.
They're about to send us our first 5,000 candles. So we don't know how the tariffs will affect us.
Now, is it? I mean, I don't know if your manufacturer is overseas or is it in?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
It is. So we don't know how the tariffs.
All right. So if the president, if you're watching, you waived Apple.
Yeah.
And the computer chips. Give Whiff and Nibble a break and waive the tariffs.
Hey, we'll just keep whipping them out the kitchen. Hey.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I want to share how because there's people watching.
Sure.
They may be inspired how to take their whatever they're going through and turn to a business. What are some words of encouragement you can share with someone to make that pivot? Because it seems like you went through a whole life change.
I did. Never stop. Believe in yourself, no matter what people say. I'm a Christian, so I believe that God has given you that vision. Whatever vision it is, God gave that to you, no one else. So you may have naysayers that say you can't do it. They'll say it won't work. Don't listen to them. Listen to God. That's who gave you the vision.
Okay. We want to recognize another viewer, Voice of Detroit.
Hi.
Shout out Voice of Detroit. Thank you for supporting.
Thank you.
Independent media. Please like and subscribe. Share with your friends. All right. So that's some great advice that you share.
Absolutely.
And
I have a funny story with that.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So I have a special gentleman who's a mystery person, and at the start of Whiff and Nibble, I brought my idea, to that person, and they said, "Oh, nobody's gonna buy a food themed candle," and I said, "You're not my target market," and I kept going. But that kind of hurt my feelings because it was someone close to me, and I'm like, "Whoa, wait!" But I said, "God, you gave me this vision. I will do what I have to do." So all we have to do is our part and let God do the rest. Yes. Just daily, consistently. Yes. Do what you need to do every day. And everything else, God will do the rest. We can't do it in our own power.
Right.
So that's, hey.
Yes. I like that.
I'm a living example.
That's
telling
awesome. That's the part. What I want to do is we're going to go into how people can find out more about you. We're going to show some slides of some of the products and your website. So we're going to actually take a quick break.
Okay.
A quick announcement break. And then we're going to go into specifically how people can connect with you, your products. We'll show a demo of your website that they can order online. And then how can they connect with you? All right. So we're going to show this quick, I call it a commercial break.
Awesome.
Hey, Detroit. Are you a Detroit area small business owner, entrepreneur, leader of a nonprofit organization, or a business service provider? And are you looking for ways to share your product, service, or your programs with a local Detroit audience? Let us help you increase your reach by becoming an ad sponsor with the Detroit Metro Plug podcast powered by Empower You Ventures. Our weekly video podcast is a growing local feature on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn that focuses on local business and community news. This gives you a chance to connect with local Detroit customers or clients. We offer cost-effective ads to fit your needs. Click the link to learn more about our current ad specials. And remember, connections matter. This is Charlie the Plug with the Detroit Metro Plug podcast.
Black Leaders Detroit, they knew that during the pandemic, that Black businesses were going to be left out of any type of funding that the government gave, and they wanted to make sure that they were able to figure out how they could step up and help, because again, this is their community, and they want to make sure that their community is still here when this pandemic is over with. And the only way you can do that is by offering support to your community, and so they stepped up and they did that.
I've been telling everyone I know about Black Leaders Detroit. The things that they're doing is simply amazing. And they're taking care of business for the Black business owners.
It's $1 a week donation to keep this great thing moving. $1 a week keeps it popping. Black Leaders Detroit.
All right, so we're back to our podcast, episode 150. It's brought to you by the upcoming event, Financial Literacy Month community event, sponsored by Make a Child Change Foundation. This is a free event for all. It's about empowerment, education, and economic elevation. This is for teens, young adults, families, educators, youth organizations, small business owners, and community leaders. We're talking about interactive workshops on budgeting, credit, entrepreneurship, and hands-on activities and money challenges. A community resource fair, youth nonprofit showcases, raffle prizes, music giveaways, you name it. So I want to encourage you, shop and support local small business, even student-ran ventures. If you're a vendor, $25. Click that. Well, you won't be able to click the link, but there's a link you can type in to Linktree. You can sign up to register. If you're a nonprofit, I think you can have a table. It's waived. And if you're a business, only $25 to connect with local people to share your product. This is presented by the Mac Foundation, one of our sponsors. The event is April the 26th. It's a Saturday. It's going to be held at the Hispanic Development Corporation Center in Southeast Michigan. So please check that out. And let's get back to our guests here. All right. So those of you who are joining us, thank you. For those who are watching us live on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook, we're here with Denetra Jackson sharing about her company, Whiff and Nibble. And we want to show some of those delicious looking candles.
Yay! Yay! Whiff and Nibble.
So share about this now. You were on FOX2, so tell us about that.
Yes, I was. So when Whiff and Nibble first started, we were maybe 3 months old. We did a vendor event in Pontiac, Michigan, which was a competition, and the best vendor booth voted by the audience won an interview on FOX2 News. So we were the winners.
Oh, okay.
And we had our interview with Bree Teamer. She was so nice. Hi, Miss Teamer.
All right. That's good.
Yes.
Now, I saw this on your website.
Yes.
These are some of the fan favorites. So explain these candles.
Absolutely. So these are our realistic 9-inch pie candles. They are the size of a large 9-inch pie. They both have 5 wicks. So it's a strawberry pie, apple pie, and that also comes in cherry. Mm-hmm. So with those, you'll get a burn time of 80 to 100 hours. Okay. And they look and smell just like strawberry, apple, or cherry pie.
Wow. And how many hours you said?
80 to 100.
Wow.
And that's with proper care. Now, when you burn a candle, this is any candle. Mm-hmm. You only need to do a 2 to 3 hour session every time that you light a candle. So no more than 2 to 3 hours. Let it completely burn. Then you extinguish it and let it cool off.
I didn't know that.
And then you trim the wick 1/4 of an inch. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then that's how you start over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With any candle.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yes.
I thought you just let that thing
go.
go.
No, you don't just let it burn. That's what we used
let
to do.
Let it burn. Okay. You know,
no.
Is there a risk to what happens?
It is. It can cause what's called tunneling, where the wax will just form, where the wax will melt down in a circle where it won't burn evenly. That's what we're saying. And also, when you keep it burning like that, it will create a lot of soot as well. Okay. So that's why you need to trim the wicks 1/4 of an inch.
Wow, you're breaking that down. Okay.
I mean, hey,
so just 2 hours.
2 to 3. You can do 3, no more than 3.
Okay.
Extinguish that candle, let it cool off, and trim the wick 1/4 of an inch. And that way you'll have a new candle because it'll be a fresh wick with every burn.
Oh, you're supposed to cut it down. Okay.
Yes, sir. Trim it.
I haven't been doing it right.
See, none of us have. We all learned.
Oh, thank you. So
you are so welcome. Any candle, ours, Bath and Body, my competition, whoever. Any candle.
2 to 3 hours.
Correct.
And then trim the wick.
After it cools completely down.
After it cools down. Okay. All right. I want to show the website here.
Sure.
I'm going to bring this over.
Now we are revamping our website. But for now, we're still in operations.
Okay. And
that's whiffandnibble.com. Yes.
Whiffandnibble.com. Right. I'm going to share the screen and show the audience the website here so they can see that.
Yep.
All right. So that's the slide. So we remove the slides.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Share screen and okay, there we go.
There it is. All right.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. So when they go on the this is the home screen. It was whiffandnibble.com.
That was the NFL draft. Oh, they were so cute.
Okay. So they click on shop now and they can order online?
Yes.
Okay. And that looks like a peach cobbler.
That's actually our 9-inch apple pie.
Apple pie?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So by them being handmade, each one is a little bit different. It looks like that one has more crumbles.
Oh, and that's one candle?
Yes, it is. That's a 9-inch pie. That's the apple, the apple one that we just saw.
Okay.
5 wicks.
And then we have the customer favorites. Now, what's this mini refrigerator?
Yes. So we are a Whiff and Nibble novelty gift. So the vision behind Whiff and Nibble was anything fun that's food related. So those are our refrigerator magnet selection, and it's a mini refrigerator with a mini freezer and mini groceries, and it's just miniature and cute.
Okay.
Something to make you laugh. Just stick it on your refrigerator.
Okay. And you have your prices. And,
absolutely.
And if they order online, how long does it normally take?
I ship the same day. Customer service.
You do the shipping?
I do.
Another? Okay.
I do the shipping. Customer service is our top priority. So we want our customers to feel like family because you are. We appreciate and love every Whiff and Nibble customer. So we will go above and beyond to, satisfy everyone.
Okay. You got the cherry cheesecake.
Yes, that's one of our popular ones. That's our $10.
I like what you said. It has 0 calories.
See?
Like you see the pops that has 0.
Exactly.
Pepsi 0, Coke 0.
Yep.
And you got your 0 calories. Just sniff and
there it is. Well, there it is.
All right. And you have new arrivals?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've added at least 3 new varieties. We have our it's a peach cognac. That one is great. And we also have a 5-inch Georgia peach a la mode pie.
Okay.
And we also have a strawberry daiquiri as well. Yep. So we're adding to the collection little by little. We're growing.
Okay. All right. And then just go whiffandnibble.com.
That is correct.
Okay. All right.
And pick the selection that suits your fancy.
So I want to bring back this other stage, this other slide. So this is how people can get in contact and follow what you're doing on social media.
Absolutely.
So you got Facebook there. They just go to Whiff and Nibble, novelties and gifts.
Yes.
Instagram at Whiff and Nibble. And LinkedIn. Now you have also
we have a business page for LinkedIn, which is at Whiff and Nibble, and also we have a TikTok as well, which is at Whiff and Nibble, and our TikTok shop. Now, if you purchase from the TikTok shop, they always have some sort of promotion or a coupon, so you can you can purchase from there and catch yourself a deal. Yes.
We have another viewer, Nicole Blackman from YouTube, says 0 calories.
Yes.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole,
for supporting independent media. And
awesome.
Please like, subscribe, and share with our friends on YouTube.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So they can order online, and then they can go to Fairlane
Correct.
on the weekend.
Yep, you can go order online, go to Fairlane on the weekend. We're also in Michigan Makers Marketplace in Brighton, Michigan.
Okay.
We're in Zerbo.
Are you at all those places, or you have
our products?
Your products.
Yep, our products.
So it sounds like you're at 4 or 5 locations.
Yeah, about 4 or 5.
Wow.
Yep,
so
we're on the Avenue of Fashion, Joe's Gallery.
Wow.
Hey, yeah.
You're really scaling up.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
God is good. The Lord is good. Now we have 2 major venues that have just come up. I can't really go into detail, but worldwide platforms.
Wow.
That have just reached out to us. So
wow.
We will see how the negotiations go with those, and hopefully.
Okay. What is your volume of sales?
Well, we're getting there. I'd rather not say right now.
Okay.
But we're growing and scaling. Just to yes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So as we wrap things up, is there any announcements or events you want to share with our audience, or anything you're working on besides the candles that you want to share?
You know what? Just stay connected with Whiff and Nibble. Just tune into our social media in regards to all of our appearances, new candles, new promotions, things that we're doing, because we have so much that's on the schedule. It's hard for me to go off of memory, but everything will be posted on social media. And we love you guys, and thank you so much for all of the support that we get.
What closing advice you could give for someone who's looking to build a business that's based upon your passion and your purpose?
Keep going, moment by moment. Keep going. Never quit.
Keep going.
Moment by moment.
Just get started. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Well, I think we covered everything. Is there anything I'm missing or?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, the conversation. I think we got some more comments from our guests. Oh, we have wonderful store at Fairlane. You can smell until your heart desires to melt.
Yes.
Thank you. And and then Nicole Blackman says, man, thank you for those words of wisdom.
Amen, yes. Sister. Yes, God bless you, Nicole. Yes. Everyone. God bless you.
So what's next?
Well, like I said, we have 2 huge, platforms that we are in negotiations with.
Okay.
And hey, within current months, hopefully, you'll see us.
All right.
Nationwide, worldwide.
Okay. Well, our platform, we're about giving people their flowers or their candles. While they're here to, just recognize what you're doing and your inspiration to others. I want to share that how to connect with you slide again, because maybe I don't know. Do you share your testimony and you speak?
I do.
Take speaking engagements. Or?
So you know what? I'm really shy.
Oh, really?
I am.
You've been very talkative today.
That's because my reason keeps me going.
Okay.
My reason gives me courage.
Yeah.
That's the only way that I'm here right now. So when I think about why I'm doing what I do, that's when I can do what I do.
Okay. All right. Well, we have the contact information there, the email, the follow-up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok as well.
Yes.
And so connect with her if you are inspired, want to learn more about what she's doing, how she's doing. You can reach out, email. Make sure you can get her products online at whiffandnibble.com, as well as the Fairlane store and other pop-ups. So that concludes our podcast.
Awesome.
I want to thank you for
this
being a great guest and sharing,
awesome.
and wish you the best.
Thank you for making me comfortable, because
Yes.
I was nervous.
So it's all right. You didn't look nervous. It's very good. All right. So that concludes our podcast. We want to encourage you to support our sponsor, the Mac Foundation, with their upcoming event. We'll be doing a special live about this event on next Tuesday. So that concludes our podcast. We'll be another difference maker next week. Hope you guys have a blessed week. Looks like spring is here hitting the city of Detroit. And we got the Pistons, I believe, in the playoffs, I think, starting this week. Okay. So hopefully they do well. So we don't know how they're going to do with the New York Knicks, but hopefully Pistons win in 6. So you guys have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey, everyone. This is Charlie the Plug, your host of the Detroit Metro Plug podcast, powered by Empower You Ventures. Don't forget to subscribe so you too can be a part of the biggest empowerment network on YouTube and Facebook. We bring you weekly interviews of Detroit difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship, community involvement, also reaction to business news and community news. This does not happen without your support. Thank you.